We all praise Yahbashim Yahshua Bashim Rakakadash. Honor is the men, truthful and down, relating to truth and knowledge, so we know what truth and knowledge. This relates to quick reports again. These reports are from Wyon, First Post, and Hindustan Times. Alright. Russia slammed, this is relating to, I believe, First Post. Russia slams relating to, Russia slams U.S. relating to Iran nuclear talks deals. You have a report that Europe's in war mode relating to various countries: Greece, Sweden, Norway, Finland preparing for military readiness. And those countries, some of them, Finland and those countries, they near Russia anyway. You know what I mean? Like Finland and different ones, they near Russia, not too far from Russia. So Greece, Sweden, Norway, Finland, they're preparing for relating to war mode, relating to military readiness. You have B-2 bombers being sent in the Middle East or West Asia, U.S. You have also U.S. Army panics relating to Iran let me say that again. U.S. Army panics or worries or concern related to Iran's missile launchers and underground cities, pretty much storing up missile launchers and underground secret underground military cities, man, or facilities. So, and of course, you have the relating to Trump saying he will do certain things against Iran unless they comply relating to certain matters of nuclear talks deal and different things. So you see the tensions. Scripture talks about hearing of wars, rumors of wars, see ye be not troubled, for the end is not by and by. For nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, there shall be earthquakes and pestilent earthquakes in different places. We in the times of sorrow. So we in the times relating to war, man. Precursors of war. You know what I mean? And some of these participants in these nations are going to be relating to Ezekiel 38. Be abandoned guard to certain nations versus a certain group of nations that are going to be abandoned guard. So it's quiet over here in America, but you have in other places where they actually in war. You know what I mean? Still have intensification with Russia and Ukraine. Now you have a situation with Israel, U.S., possibly Iran, the Houthi situation. You also have intensification with China. They're doing more military readiness and drills related to in Taiwan. That was on a report too. So you seeing relating to globally, things are happening, man. Pretty much the China intensifications relating to upon Taiwan, man. Military readiness. I've seen videos on that. I was on, I believe, Wyon or First Post, one of them reports. So these countries are preparing military readiness, man. You know what I mean? Today it starts to relating to the reciprocal tariffs. You know what I mean? It starts today. Trump, he's relating to the executive orders relating to reciprocal tariffs being started worldwide. That's on one videos as well. And you have scripture says, knowing this in the last days that perilous times shall come. All these scriptures always come out, same ones over and over. So perilous goes to dangerous, bad, and evil times. That's where we're going, bad and evil times. You know what I mean? You go to Isaiah, you go to talking about war, man. You know what I mean? You should lose your bridegroom. Let me see if I can get it real quick. what that talks about. So it's official Liberation Day relating to reciprocal tariffs, man. We go over that with the tariffs how they're gonna affect globally. You know, indirectly, directly relating to the respective countries that these tariffs are going to be opposed on. How they're going to affect relating to the citizens of those respective countries, as far as services, goods, supplies. Things are going to be a lot higher. You know what I mean? More expensive. You think it was expensive now? It's going to even increase even more, man. You've seen a lot of videos talking about, U.S. is broke, related to financially, economically, uncertainty. You talk about these major retailers and companies warning relating to economical, pretty much a black swan, unforeseen, unpredictable event. You know what I mean? So you have major companies like Walmart and various other major entities warning about relating to the economical instability, man. You know what I mean? All right, let's get out Isaiah 3. Isaiah 3:25. The men shall fall by the sword, and the mighty men, and the mighty in war. Mighty men are related to the soldiers. And her gate shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground, desolate and naked. Relating to lamenting, going mourning, in sorrow, man. And gates the cities, man. Relating to the conditions that things are going to be happening, man. Go to 2 Ezra 16 real quick. The virgin shall mourn, which goes lamenting, crying, mourning, sorrow, having no bridegrooms, and the women shall mourn, having no husbands, and their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers, significant others. In wars there shall be, in the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, both the men and the women, because you're going to have military war. Both men and women are going to participate in that, man. You know what I mean? And some are going to be sent to fight in that, man. And their husbands shall perish of the famine. So famine, whether the sword or war. The war, part of that sword is war, man. So they either going to die by famine or the sword, man. You know what I mean? It's not going to be a nice thing, man. You know what I mean? So that's 33 and 34. All right. Because a lot of these people, they don't even realize what's going on. Like I said, man, Americans are very privileged, very spoiled, very arrogant. You know what I mean? This is just what it is. You got to call for what it is, man. They have no idea what's going on, man. You know what I mean? As long as it doesn't affect here. And that's the spirit that, is when Scripture talks about when peace and safety, when they say peace and safety, then destruction comes. So that peace and safety that peace and safety, which is in the guise of, in the mirage of, things is looking normal. But behind that is impending black swan, impending different things. It might sound gloom and doom, but why these scriptures say that? These scriptures say that for a reason, man. You know what I mean? So certain things will come to pass in its due time and due season. Scripture talk about Ecclesiastes 3:1. Everything is as a time and season, even under the heavens, man. So because everything looks like it's normal, doesn't mean it always is, man. Because somewhere else, someone said, or the guys in the truth, because it looks normal here, somewhere else is going through all kinds of stuff, man. You know what I mean? It just hasn't touched here yet. You know what I mean? And just keeping it honest, the worst is going to happen here. That's why things are not moving as fast here, because when it do happen here, the worst is going to happen here, man. That's why it's happening in these other places, because in the end of the day, this is the Lord's movie, so he's setting it up how he wants, man. You know what I mean? This is his movie. We're just actors and characters in this movie, man, playing the parts that we're playing, we're in the roles we playing. And that's that simple, man. All right, this is something short. You see in the preparation relating to these nations relating to war. They're preparing for war, man. Don't forget about North Korea. You don't hear about them too often, but you know, they always doing something in the background as well, man. They just quiet, you know what I mean? So they always a big concern as well. Can't underestimate them. So these nations, a lot of things are going down, man. A lot of things are precursively building up for different things. You know what I mean? So this is just quick reports. You know what I mean? And you already having protests relating to a global boycott relating to American companies and goods and stuff, boycotting relating to goods and stuff. So a lot of these nations are boycotting relating to the goods, and really, it's the policies behind the U.S. they have a problem with, their policies and how they operate according to their policies, man. You know what I mean? Because, you know, citizens and stuff, you know, well, they might be angry at the citizens too, you know, because they tolerate that foolishness. But the point is relating to the policies. It's the policies that these nations have a problem with, and how governmentally things are in the functionality, and how they, you know, do certain things, man, relating to dictating different things. So that's the point, you know what I mean? And you have and a lot of these people, like I said, scripture talks about in what is that scripture? We'll read this one. Yahweh shall rebuke the Pharisees and the Sadducees' inability to discern the signs of the times, while they can accurately predict the weather, and based on the appearance of the sky. He states, ye old hypocrites, you discern the face of the sky, but you can't discern the signs of the times. And relating to that, they only want to deal with what they want to deal with, man. The scripture says relating to straining at a gnat, but overlook the weightier matters. So they purposely design what they feel is important, man. You know what I mean? So, and that relates. They sweat the small stuff, but the greater important matters, it's not important. They overlook, and that's what that means. You have, and that's the people in this society, man. You know what I mean? He warns the wicked and adulterous generation, seek after a sign, and none will be given until except the sign of Jonah. You know what I mean? The scripture talks about, I'm going to read a few. These include false Hamashiachs, which goes to prophets. You know what I mean? Wars, famines, earthquakes, persecution, man. Also, he mentions the signs in the sun and the moon and the stars. These are warnings relating to distress of nations, perplexities, anxieties, negative things, bad things that are happening. You've seen these things happen, man. 27:36. See, these Christians ain't going to tell you that. The Christians are going to tell you everything's good, nothing's going to happen. No. You know what I mean? That's why they keep these people under illusion like everything is good, man. And that's why they're going to, when that scripture says, when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction. Sudden means unexpected, something that's going to hit them fast, hard, unexpectedly, because they weren't prepared, man. They ain't watching, man. They think everything's nice and sweet. That's these people, man, especially these Americans, man. You know what I mean? You could tell by their body language, you know what I mean, how they move, how they operate, you know what I mean? They think nothing, you know, everything is normal. But actually, that's part of the movie. So that's part of them being deceived that like everything is going to be good, man. Shalak for rambling, but you know, it's a spirit. Heavens and the earth pass away, but the words shall not pass away. So certain things are gonna relating to it's gonna be done, but certain things are going to come to pass, you know what I mean? Some people are going to experience relating to that, and things are not going to pass away until it's fulfilled, man. Let me say, here we go. Matthew 16:13. That's the one I wanted. And in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. And ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but ye cannot discern the signs of the times. You know what I mean? So you can't discern what's obvious, man. You know what I mean? The wicked adulterous generation seek after the sign. There's no sign to be given into it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas. So it's warning through the prophet, man. But they overlooked that, man. So, and they left them and departed, man. So certain people are warning relating to certain matters according to the scriptures, man. But the majority of society is going to overlook that. You know, it's part of the movie, man. Most are going to ignore it, laugh at it, mock at it. You know what I mean? Certain people are going to be looked as a gazing stock. That's part of it. Gazing stock is something mocked, ridiculed, gawked at, looked at. You know what I mean? So that's part of that. But you seeing things happening. You having intense weather across the country moving. You having a lot of things happen, man. But like I said, these people, majority of these people, they're blinded. They don't see that, man. You know what I mean? So, and in reality is they supposed not see it, because they're gonna be most of them, majority of the populace. That's why Scripture talks about for more are gonna perish than be saved, man. You know what I mean? Because they supposed to ignore. They supposed to not really take heed to it. So they're gonna they're gonna get caught up when that form of peace and safety is that form of peace and safety is going to be removed, and suddenly certain things happen, man. So you could have a black swan. I was going over a black swan, which is an unforeseen, unpredictable event. It could be from a financial black swan. It could be it could come in different forms, different ways. Financially, that would be a bad one, where it affects globally, a crash or something, or collapse of the system. So, you know, I mean, it can come in different ways and different forms, man. You know, with these tariffs are the beginning curses. You know what I mean? Things are going to get higher. Things are going to get more expensive. You know what I mean? You know, so it can happen in different ways. It just depends on how it's going to happen. You know what I mean? So that being said, this is something short and relating to that, you know what I mean? But the writing's on the wall in the matter of speaking. You know what I mean? But most people are not reading it. That being said, I want to give all praise Yahweh Bashem Yeshua Bashem Rakakadas Ayah Shalom.